Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear learners. Welcome to the Shays Academy and welcome to English 9. Dear learners, ये हमारा second lecture है of Unit 8 and this time we are going to cover grammar topic which is all about tenses. और we have been doing this SLO for the past few units. We have been learning simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous, and now we are going to learn about future tense. And same चार variations हैं, future simple, continuous, present, perfect and perfect continuous. ठीक है? तो हमने रूल्स को क्लियरली समझना है ताकि हम फॉर्मुलेट कर सकें ऐसे सेंटेंसेस या एमसीक्यूज में, एग्जामिनेशन में, ऑब्जेक्टिव में हम क्लियरली करेक्टली उसे मार्क कर सकें दैट विच वन इज परफेक्ट, विच वन इज परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूअस. तो जो भी कंफ्यूजन है आज वो आप लोग स्ट्रक्चर के हवाले से हम बिल्कुल क्लियर कर लेंगे और उसके बाद हम अपनी वर्कशीट्स, रिसोर्सेज वगैरह सॉल्व करेंगे ताकि हमारी प्रैक्टिस हो जाए. ठीक है? So use all types of tenses correctly in speech and writing. This is the SLO. We are going to focus on using the tenses, not only learning them through the lecture, but also using them correctly. This is the vertical linkage. And now students, when we want to talk about something that has already happened, we talk about the past tense. और अगर हम ऐसी स्टेटमेंट्स जो फैक्चुअल हैं, कुछ असर्ट कर रहे हैं, कुछ डिक्लेयर कर रहे हैं, प्रेजेंट में कुछ हो रहा है, ठीक है, या हैबिट है या रूटीन है, हो रहा है, हो चुका है, हर चीज कवर करते हैं. तो फ्यूचर में हम करते हैं फॉर द फ्यूचर टेंस, फॉर समथिंग दैट इज गोइंग टू कम. अभी वो नहीं आया, मैं ये करूंगा, आई विल डू इट, आई विल डू माई होमवर्क, आई विल मीट यू एट 10 tomorrow. All these are your future tense. Past tense, I played outside every day. Play की, play is the verb, इसकी past participle. Alright? So played बन जाएगा. इसकी basic form नहीं यूज करेंगे बल्कि and I played outside every day. अब आप कहेंगे हर दिन का क्या मतलब? पास्ट की बात हो रही है कि मैं बाहर खेलता था, हर रोज खेलता था. ठीक है? I study at school. Presently, yes, presently he is studying. I study at school. Study करता है. This is like a routine. This is a habit. This is something that is happening every day. So studies नहीं किया हमने, studying नहीं कहेंगे बल्कि I study at school. This is present tense. Then future will be looking like this. I will become a doctor someday. मैं किसी दिन डॉक्टर बनूंगा. I will. I के साथ तो will आता है. Become. Become किस लिए? होने के लिए. ठीक है? Became is the past form of become. So I will become a doctor someday. अगर आप इस helping verb will को remove कर दें, I become a doctor someday, this is incorrect. This is totally incomplete. All right. So past, present and future. Future में हम will का ज्यादा इस्तेमाल करते हैं, shall का, will be, shall be और have और been तो हर किसी के साथ आएगा ना, have been, has been और तो वो तो लाजमी होगा. या जैसे यहां पे आप देखें प्रेजेंट, सिंपली आई डू, मैं करता हूं. ठीक है? कंटिन्यूअस में उसी के साथ आईएनजी फॉर्म आ जाएगी. परफेक्ट में आई हैव, परफेक्ट में क्या आएगा? हैव, लाजमी. ठीक है? डन, और इस डू की क्या है? डन इज द अनदर फॉर्म ऑफ डूइंग. तो यू कैन सी दैट इसीलिए हम टेंसेस को वर्ब टेंसेस भी कहते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि वर्ब चेंज होगा, वर्ब मॉडिफाई होगा. परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूअस में क्या होगा? परफेक्ट एंड कंटिन्यूअस दे विल जॉइन टुगेदर टू फॉर्म परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूअस. आई हैव बीन doing. Doing, why doing? Because we are talking about continuous. Why been? Why have? Because we are talking about perfect. So perfect and continuous will become perfect continuous. In the same way, when we are talking about past, we will always use the past form. I did, I was और plural के साथ were. ठीक है? I was, I had done, I had been doing. Now, ये वही हैव है जो हैड बन जाता है, ये उसी की फॉर्म है, ठीक है। सिंपल में इन फ्यूचर आई विल डू, कंटिन्यूअस में बी लाजमी आएगा, आई विल बी डूइंग, देन ing because this is continuous. perfect में I will have, perfect में लाजमी क्या आता है, have done, and in perfect continuous I will have been doing. Now each of these different variations and forms, they have a function, ठीक है। for example, मैं ये करूंगा, मैं ये कर चुका हूंगा, ठीक है, मैं ये कर चुका हूंगा इन द फ्यूचर, यू आर टेलिंग व्हाई यू आर यूजिंग इट। जब तुम 9 बजे आओगे, मैं ऑलरेडी अपना काम खत्म कर चुका हूंगा। दिस इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग पीस ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन, ठीक है। तो इसलिए, और इसके अलावा परफेक्ट, आई विल हैव डन, अगर आप काम खत्म कर चुके होंगे आप कहेंगे आई विल हैव डन माई होमवर्क, बट अगर वो आए एट द गिवन टाइम जिस पे आपने उसको बुलाया है, तो आप उस टाइम वो एक्शन कर रहे होंगे, देन दैट वुड बी परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूअस। अब अगर कर चुके होंगे, देन देयर वुड बी सिंपल परफेक्ट। अगर कर रहे होंगे, ठीक है, अगर करेंगे, सबकी डिफरेंट फॉर्म है। कर रहा हूंगा, करूंगा, कर चुका, ठीक है, all these simple, all these different variations of future tense. Now what is the application of future tense, किस लिए इस्तेमाल करते हैं? Yes, in real life narratives and personal narratives, इसके अलावा stories में, नॉन फिक्शन में, फिक्शन में, हर जगह आप, या इवन आप अगर अपने बारे में लिखते हैं, आप जर्नल लिखते हैं, आप डायरी राइटिंग करते हैं, उसमें भी आप फ्यूचर का इस्तेमाल करेंगे। मोस्टली व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट आवर रूटीन्स, आवर हैबिट्स, वी आर गिविंग फैक्ट्स, वी आर asserting something, then we are using simple present. But when we are about to give information of something that is not happened yet, that you will do, that you intend to do in the foreseeable future, then you will use your future tense. So application is must. All the three tenses are important. Equally important, present, perfect, present, past, and future. They are equally important. They're very necessary and very important to learn. So in grammar, tenses refer to the time. What we are dealing with is time of an action or the state of being. That's why we use our verbs. हम verbs को क्यों modify करते हैं? हम play को played कर देते हैं, playing कर देते हैं. Why? Because we are working with action. And actions are always represented by words that are called verbs. And these verbs or state of being, ठीक है, अगर कोई एक्शन नहीं कर रहा तो जो जिस हालत में है उसको भी बयान करना है, वो भी, दिस इज काइंड ऑफ लाइक अ वर्ब, बट इट इज इन द स्टेट ऑफ बीइंग, होना, ठीक है, एग्जिस्ट करना. सो it is a way of expressing when an activity occurs about the present, past, or future. Future tenses are discussed here as we are talking about them. Future simple, basic, future continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. हम present and past hopefully जो है वो कर चुके हैं. Now affirmative structure हम देखते हैं. The basic form, subject, will, base form of verb. Verb in the most basic form, जो उसकी फॉर्म होती है, हम वो यूज करेंगे, ठीक है. देन योर ऑब्जेक्ट और कॉम्प्लीमेंट. इन द नेगेटिव यू आर यूजिंग सब्जेक्ट, विल नॉट, ऑलवेज विल एंड नॉट, दे आर गोइंग टुगेदर. कभी भी ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आप नॉट बाद में लिखें, वर्ब के बाद लिखें या एंड में लिखें. नो, विल नॉट, शैल नॉट. ऑलराइट, देन योर बेस फॉर्म. इसमें भी when you are making interrogative structure, when you are asking a question in the future, subject, will not, this is actually negative structure, this is actually this is will not, won't, base form. Why is it repeating over here? Khair, next let's see an example of future simple. All right, she will eat a sandwich for lunch. वो दोपहर के खाने में या लंच में सैंडविच खाएगी, ठीक है, she will not eat a sandwich for lunch. अब क्वेश्चन है, आपने फ्यूचर के बारे में क्वेश्चन करना है, ठीक है, ऑलवेज स्टार्ट विद विल, ठीक है, will, why? Because this will actually, this is the helping verb. Helping verb हमेशा पहले आ जाएगा, then your pronoun, verb, and then the noun, and followed by the interrogative question mark. Will she eat a sandwich for lunch? और इसका negative interrogative भी बना सकते हैं, will she not, ठीक है, will she not eat sandwich for lunch? क्या वो लंच में सैंडविच नहीं खाएगी? क्या वो लंच में सैंडविच खाएगी? क्या वो लंच में सैंडविच नहीं खाएगी? क्या वो लंच में सैंडविच खाएगी? और क्या वो लंच में सैंडविच नहीं खाएगी? दिस इज ऑल्सो अ क्वेश्चन, ठीक है, जैसे आप पूछते हैं अपने गेस्ट से, क्या आपने पानी तो नहीं पीना? दिस इज एक्चुअली अ नेगेटिव इंट्रोगेटिव, ठीक है, क्या आप पानी तो नहीं पिएंगे? This is not actually the right way of asking, but this is just an example. This is how people say. So that is an example of negative interrogative. Now, future continuous. Affirmative, यानी basic कैसे बनेगा? Subject. Now we will add be with will. Will be. Past present participle with ing form plus the object or the complement. All right. Negative, of course, will के साथ not, or you can use the contraction, the short form won't. Always put your comma over here. All right. Be plus the present participle, ing plus the object and complement. So हम not भी add करेंगे और be भी retain करेंगे जैसे हमने पहले किया था. In interrogative, will plus subject plus be plus present participle plus ing. इसका मतलब, what do you mean by present participle? It means you have to use the ing form. All right. Then your object or complement. Now, किसके साथ? Yes, yes. Here are some examples. She will be eating a sandwich for lunch. We are retaining the same example for your understanding. She will be eating a sandwich for lunch. ये affirmative है. We are giving a piece of information. We are giving news. She will be eating a sandwich for lunch. This is your subject and this is a pronoun. Will be. क्योंकि affirmative है, हम will be use करेंगे. Eating a sandwich for lunch. This is the present participle. This is what we are talking about. यानी हम verb को present form में use करेंगे but with ing. A sandwich for lunch. She will not be eating a sandwich for lunch. And will she be eating a sandwich for lunch? Your question will always start with this W. जिस तरह हमारे बाकी questions W के साथ start होते हैं, what, why, alright, what, why, where, when. तो इसी तरह आपको याद करने में आसानी होगी that you have to start interrogative with will. अब इसका जल्दी से quickly इसका negative interrogative बना के दिखाएं. Will she be eating a sandwich for lunch? Quickly, come on. Louder, a little louder. Yes, will she not be eating a sandwich for lunch? And this is how the way you say it. Will she not be eating a sandwich for lunch? ठीक है? जब आपको question आप सुनेंगे, because when you're listening, there is no question mark. It's the way of saying that shows you that this is a question. So always say, will she be eating a sandwich for lunch? हमने क्या सीखा था? हमने सीखा था intonation. Actually, हमने सीखा था stress देना, ठीक है? Rising and falling, all that. So this is when you apply it. Future perfect. Perfect हम तब use करते हैं जब काम अभी recently हो चुका है. Action मुकम्मल हो गया है. That's why it's called perfect. हमने last lecture में भी बात की थी. जब action हो चुका है, perfect है, completed है, then we use perfect. Affirmative. Affirmative means basic sentence. ऑलराइट, या आप इसे सिंपल भी कह सकते हैं, ठीक है। अफर्मेटिव कैसे बनाएंगे? सब्जेक्ट प्लस विल हैव पास्ट पार्टिसिपल एंड द ऑब्जेक्ट और कॉम्प्लीमेंट। ऑब्जेक्ट यानी जिसके बारे में, जिसके ऊपर एक्शन हो रहा है, या वो जुमला या फ्रेज जो हमारे जुमले को मुकम्मल करेगा, दैट इज कॉम्प्लीमेंट, बिकॉज इट इज कंप्लीटिंग आवर सेंटेंस। सब्जेक्ट प्लस विल हैव ऑलवेज plus past participle of the verb and then your rest of the sentence. Negative में subject will not or won't have plus past participle and then, and what about interrogative? Will subject have past participle and object. And what about negative interrogative? Will she not have? Then all those things. यहां पे कुछ एग्जांपल्स देख लेते हैं. दिस इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ फ्यूचर परफेक्ट. शी विल हैव ईटन अ सैंडविच फॉर लंच, यानी वो लंच में सैंडविच खा चुकी होगी, ठीक है. कंप्लीट एक्शन. शी विल हैव. ऑलवेज वी आर एडिंग परफेक्ट with have always. Eaten, eat, ate and eaten, right? यही है forms eat की, eat, ate and eaten. So we are using the past participle, ठीक है. She will not have eaten a sandwich for lunch. Will she have eaten a sandwich for lunch? Will she not have eaten a sandwich for lunch? That is negative interrogative. Negative interrogative बनाना जो है बहुत easy है as compared to rest of these, but all of them are easy though. Will she have eaten a sandwich for lunch? अब बहुत सारे हम जुमले बना सकते हैं. Let's say before moving on to future perfect, let's make a sentence. Let's say Ahmed will have finished his homework by tomorrow. Ahmed will have finished his sandwich or his work by tomorrow. Now finished is the past participle. Finish, finished and finished. तो इसके अलावा do, did, done. तो ये सारी फॉर्म्स आपको वर्ब की याद करनी पड़ेंगी. And this is not something new to you because you've been already learning all these forms of verbs in your previous classes. So time to retain that, time to recall all those concepts. Now, future perfect continuous. Subject के साथ will have been, then the present participle, then always we need to add since or for, और उसके साथ हम एक टाइम मेंशन करेंगे, ठीक है. सिंस का यूज कर सकते हैं या फॉर का, ऑब्वियसली दोनों एक साथ नहीं. डिपेंड्स दैट आप कितने टाइम के लिए बात कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. सो योर सब्जेक्ट विल हैव बीन बिकॉज वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट परफेक्ट, प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल and then object complement, then you add your since or for the time period. So time period is always added at the end of the sentence. Negative may just add not or won't, and then the rest of the structure is same. For interrogative, start with will, subject have been. All right, will तो यहां पे आ गया ना, बस will को shift करेंगे and that the rest of it is the same, and then at the end we have a time period. I will have been studying in this college for 1 year, ठीक है. I will not have been studying in this college for 1 year. Will I have been studying in this college for 1 year? So what are we talking about? We are talking about future continuous. So can we see all of that? Yes, we have been. इसके बाद हमारे पास studying के साथ we have ing, so this fulfills the criteria that this is future perfect continuous, ठीक है. Now I will have been studying in this college for 1 year. मुझे इस कॉलेज में पढ़ते हुए 1 साल हो जाएगा. As you can see, we have mentioned the time period. For आएगा 1 year. I will not have been studying in this college for 1 year. For 1 year. So 1 year, 2 years, जितना भी अरसा गुजर चुका है उसके लिए हम for या since लगाते हैं and then we mention the time. Now let's put that into practice. I hope that you can see it on the screen. Fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verb in the simple future tense or future simple tense. By the end of the month, he a new job. Yes. क्योंकि ये simple है, then will find. Next summer, we on a road trip across the country. Muhammad, which one is the correct one? We will be going on a road trip across the country. All right. Why not will go? Next summer we will be going on a road trip across the country. We will be go on a road trip. So, do you think this is correct? What about this one? Yes. क्योंकि will be go on. Yes. उसके साथ तो ing form लगेगी. Otherwise that would be continuous. हम क्या कह रहे हैं? Future simple. All right. In a few years, scientists a cure for the disease. In a few years, scientists had discovered, have discovered, will discovered, or is discovered. Obviously, will discovered. By the time you arrive, we blank a delicious dinner. We will prepare, we was, is, or be. Will prepare. So, future simple is very easy to understand. All right, it's very easy to identify and spot. In 10 years, she will establish her own business. Then rewrite the sentences in their negative and interrogative forms in your notebook. इन्हीं को आपने negative और interrogative में करना है. जैसे कि by the end of the month, he will not find a new job. Next summer, we will not go on a road trip across the country. We won't be going on a road trip across the country. Will we go on a road trip across the country? ठीक है, इसको आप for practice, you have to solve this activity C from the book. Then read the given prompt and write the dialogue. This is an activity that we are supposed to do right now. So, using simple future tense verbs in your notebook. Person A, what are your plans for the weekend? What will be your plans for the weekend? Person B, I will attend an art festival on Saturday and on Sunday I will visit my grandparents. Simply हमने इसको simple future tense में कर दिया. Easy है? Understandable? Now, here is an exercise of mixed future tenses. You have to identify which one is which one. I will go to my sister's house tomorrow. Simple. Amy will deliver a lecture on neutrons. Yes, it is simple. Rumi shall have completed his task by then. Yes, Muhammad बताएगा. Muhammad. Yes. नजर आ रहा है आपको? जी बताएं. Rumi shall have completed his task by then. Simple है या कोई और है? अमन आप बताएं. अमन आप आगे आते हैं. जी. Perfect. How? Yes, we identify that action complete हो रहा है. Rumi shall have completed his task by then. Miss Smith will have been teaching for 12 years coming May. Yes, this is perfect continuous. Why? Because will have been ing form and time period for 12 years coming May. The flight will arrive at 3:30 a.m. Aman aap bataएं. Is this simple future, perfect continuous, or something else? Yes. Simple hai? Yes. This is simple. When I reach home, my dog will be waiting for me on the porch. Continuous. Yes. Simple continuous? Yes. This is continuous. They will have left for Kashmir by next day. Perfect. Mom will have cooked my favorite pasta. Perfect. Shelly will have been practicing how to speak Spanish for an hour when you arrive. Perfect continuous. Next one is on Muhammad. Muhammad is going to tell me at 8 o'clock I will have been working for 12 hours. कौन सा future tense है ये? G. At 8 o'clock I will have been working for 12 hours. Louder. Yes, future. Future continuous. Perfect continuous. ठीक है? ये perfect continuous है. Why? See, will have been and ing form and for. So this is perfect continuous. The guest will arrive shortly. Aman. Simple? Yes, simple. The bride will be waiting for the groom. Continuous. By the next spring, the workers will have completed the bridge. Yes. Sam will have taken a holiday by next week. Perfect. The sun will rise tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Yes, this is simple. So, हमने सीख लिया कि हमने किस तरह आइडेंटिफाई करना है. Now this is not a problem anymore कि हम आइडेंटिफाई नहीं कर पा रहे टेंसेस को. This is a simulation that you can watch, a YouTube link. Now the worksheet. The worksheet is having all these different variations of tenses of future in them. You have to solve it without taking any help. Just use your knowledge and understanding and this lesson that we have learned today. Follow the structure. The structure is very simple. It's quite familiar. It's simple with simple tense. जो present के tenses हैं उनमें भी यही है, will have, had, और past में भी इसी तरह का structure है. So this is not something new. All right. And you will have a question bank, a worksheet, and a skill sheet to solve, and you will get this PowerPoint presentation as well. So I hope, students, that we are very much clear about it. Now we can move on to the worksheet as well, just to give you an overview of what the worksheet looks like. And I hope that you have been solving the previous worksheets and skill sheets and question banks for more understanding. G. This is our worksheet जो आपने solve करनी है. The teacher will arrive shortly. हमने क्या करना है? Correct form of tense, future tense. अब ये mixed है, यहाँ पे आपने correctly according to the situation use करना है. Fill in the blanks with future simple. The gardener water the plants. The gardener will water the plants. इसी तरह आप लोग ये वर्कशीट का क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 सॉल्व करेंगे विद फ्यूचर कंटिन्यूअस. I watch match tonight. I will watch match tonight. ठीक है? This time next year I will live in Kashmir. अब ये how can you solve it? I will be living in Kashmir. Future perfect. I will have left by then. Yes, this one, right? Then we have, I think, another one. Future perfect continuous. My mom will have been traveling for 2 days by the time I see her. Yes, simple. They'll be exhausted by dinner. They will have been hockey for 7 hours. They will have been playing hockey for 7 hours. इस तरह आप ये सारे questions को जो है solve करेंगे. I think this is the last part. Yes. And we also have a worksheet similarly. इसको आपने practice करना है all the tenses and find and do as many exercises as you can. ठीक है? This is all about today's lecture. Time to wrap up. I'll see you next time inshallah with another SLO. Till then, practice this as much as you can. Take care of yourselves and Allah Hafiz.